Everyone, today we are going to move to Unit 3, but we have a homework, I believe, right? Before we move into, what is our homework? The writing homework, and we have page 17, right? The grammar. Yes, move to page 17. I'm going to choose exercise 1. I'm going to choose exercise 1. Sorry, exercise 2, and I will leave 1 for you. Page 17, all of you, please. Yeah, exercise 2. Complete the pairs of sentences using verb in the present simple or the present continuous. I don't want anybody to think of the past. Okay? So number 1. Yes, please. Number 1. Ramin and Baba are Iranian. They come from Tehran. And then continue, please. The second pair. They will here very soon. They are coming by car. Okay? Number 2. Yes, please. Fadal. Number 2. She is dinner. She is dinner now. She is. I'm sorry, you are late. She is having dinner now. Okay. And what about the other pair? She has a beautiful new car. Yes. Number 3, please. Fadali. Yes, I think that all doctors work hard. And the second one, I'm thinking about my brother at the moment. Very good. He is in Muscat. Number 4, Fadali, number 4, yes. We aren't enjoying this meal at all. The food is too salty. Yes. Salty food. We don't enjoy salty food. Yes, please. Number 5. I'm sorry, you are late already. Fadal. Don't do it next time, please. So be quiet. I'm watching my favorite program, and then I always watch it on Thursday evening. Stop talking, and this is not a place for, it's not Diwani. Okay? When you are coming late, you come to class, please don't make any noise, don't talk to anybody. Please shift your place and sit, okay, separately. Yeah. Number 6. Yes, please.
Joe is not here. He is seeing the doctor after a moment.
Yes, he's seeing the doctor. And what does it mean here, he's seeing the doctor? He's visiting the doctor. Yes. Okay, and the next one? I see your problem, but I can't help you. I'm sorry. We are in page 17. And the last one? Yes, please. The last one? Yes?
This fruit is usually.
Yes?
This fruit is usually
used. This is passive construction in the present simple. Passive construction in the present simple. This room is usually used for big meetings, but today,
it's been using.
why using? Still it is passive, and the main verb should always be in the past participle. It is being used for a wedding. Any question about this exercise? Any question before we move on? Yes, please. It is usually used for big meetings, but today it is being used. Today only, because it's a temporary action. Both of them are passive construction, right? Okay? Yes. Any question? Any other question about this exercise? So I leave exercise 1 for you. Let's move to the writing from last time. Writing, page 105. We did exercise 2, right? I'm sorry, you are late. Okay. We didn't do it. I said, I'm sorry, you are late. Thank you. You can come on Tuesday from 9 to 11. I teach from 9 to 11, okay? Now, exercise 2. Okay. You are going to tell me if I use this for formal letter or informal. And you have to decide if it is a beginning of the email or an ending. Number 1 has been done for you. Let's do number 2. Thank you for your letter of the 16th of April. Please find enclosed a check for £50. Formal or informal? Formal. Okay, beginning or ending?
Ending.
You can use it both. Okay? Either use it at the very beginning of the email or at the very end. So it can be used both. Number 3, right or better still, email me soon. Formal or informal? Informal. Beginning or ending? Ending. How are you doing? You will never guess who I saw last week at Danes. Informal. Beginning. Very good. I'm writing in response to your advertisement in yesterday's Daily Star.
Formal.
Formal. Beginning. Very good. We trust this arrangement meets with your satisfaction. Formal. Formal and we trust this arrangement. It means that I have talked about this arrangement. Okay, so it is ending. Lady, take your books and leave. I didn't allow you to answer your phone. Yeah. Yes, number 7. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch for such a long time. Formal or informal? Informal, okay. Beginning, of course. Number 8. I look forward to hearing from you at your earliest convenience. Formal. Ending. Very good. Number 9. I thought I'd write rather than email for a change. Informal. Okay. And it is beginning. Number 10. Give my regards to Robert. Give my regards to Robert. I didn't say hi to Robert. So it is formal and it is ending. Very good. Number 11. Take care and thanks again. Informal. Ending. Yes. Okay. Let's do exercise 4 quickly. Number 1. Okay. Let's match the beginning and ending of the different letters and emails. Dear Mary and Dave, any chance that you are too free next Saturday p.m.? What is the matching here? Yes. Let me know ASAP. Number 2. What is the matching? You have done this at home, so I'm not going to read. Number 2. Matches with what? Yes, please tell me. What is it? The third one?
It would be lovely.
It would be lovely to see you sometime. Number 3. Matches with what? Yes, number 3. Many thanks. I look forward to hearing from you in the near future. Number 4. Matches with? Yes. Can't wait to see you. Very good. And number 5. We apologize for the inconvenience. Very good. From number 5 again. Okay, let's look at 1. Could you please send me your brochure and a price list? I would be most grateful. This is for which sentence in exercise 4?
5.
No. 3. Yes. I've changed my job a few times since I last spoke to you, and as you know, I've moved to a new flat. Number 2. Very good. Unfortunately, this amount didn't include packing and postage.
5.
This is 5. We've got 4 tickets for the open-air concert in Woodstock. 1. And we'd love to come. Number 4. Yes, very good. Okay, fine. Your homework for next time is number 7. Look at number 7. You have just found the email address of an old friend on the website, Friends Reunited. Friends Reunited, if you click on it on Google, okay, it's just like Facebook. Okay? So you can find many people whom you have lost, okay, or whom you have known when you were young. Write an email to him or to her. You have to imagine, okay, one of your friends, okay, that you have found. Give your news. First, you will begin by giving your news. Describe some things that you have done recently and say what your future plans are. Ask about his or her news and family. And begin like this. Remember the format we have from. So I want to see your email. 2, I want to see the receiver's email. And, okay, the subject and the date. Yeah, just like an email format. And then you begin writing in formal email. This is your homework for next time, okay? It's not graded, but I encourage all of you to write because this will help you in your writing task which is going to be postponed because of the national holiday. We said it's going to be in week 5. Okay, we're not going to do it next Sunday. We'll do it the Sunday after. Okay, so I'll let you know all about it. Okay, so this is our homework. Did I give you the handout for writing formal and informal?
Yes.
You have it already, right? Okay, so you can use it. Okay, at the end of class I'll give it to you. Okay, fine. Let's move now to Unit 3. Let's move to Unit 3. And the title of our unit is Telling Tales. What is the meaning of a tale? Is it a story? If I tell you that there is a difference between a story and a tale, what are you going to say?
A tale is the fairy tale.
Huh?
Fairy tale.
Very what?
Fairy tale.
Fairy tale? Okay. A tale is a fairy tale. Is it necessarily? Today we have a folk tale. So is this a fairy tale? Okay, you don't know. Fine. A fairy tale is just like Cinderella, an imaginative one. Okay? Fine. In all stories, in a novel, in a story, in a short story, we have characters. But what is basically the difference between a tale and a story? Yes, please. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, you are late. Okay? Yeah? Yes, tell me. I'm sorry. You can come on Tuesday from 9 to 11. Yes? Yeah? So look at this tale that you have in front of you. The tale of Glooskap and the baby. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think of this? Is it a story? Yes? Can you write a story in half a page, Shayna? So a tale is shorter than a story. Okay, now look at the title, A Native American Folk Tale. Folk, it means from the folklore. It's a traditional one. Okay, from the Native Americans. What is the meaning of Native Americans?
Original American.
Okay, the original inhabitants of America, which are the Red Indians. Yes, very good, the Red Indians. So, a tale is shorter than a story, and usually, even in Arabic, what do we call it? Hikayah. So, it's not documented. So, it means that Shayna will narrate it in a different way from the way that Hiba is going to narrate it. And if you hear it from Miss Haneen, it's going to be said in a different way, okay? When you sleep, your mom doesn't read a story for you. She tells you tales to sleep, right? We tell children tales to sleep. We don't tell them story. It's not necessarily that I carry a book and I start reading, right? So this is the basic difference. Can you give me an example of tales, okay, from the Arabic culture? This is not a tale because it's documented. Yeah. Kalila wa Dubna is a documented book and it's a very long one. Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah, what do we have here in Kuwait? But she said it already. Okay, listen to each other. What do we have? Okay, Ibrahim Salam was doing what? The tales of whom? No, Ibrahim Salam, the tales of Chandigarh. Juha, yes, very good. Okay, the tales of Juha. Okay, fine. So this is basically, okay, a tale. And we'll focus on this, inshallah, when we come to the writing, okay, in the second half of the class. Okay, so this is basically what we are going to deal with. Stories, tales, folk tales, fairy tales, okay. And one of these, okay, one of the narrative, okay, ways that we are going to study is the reading passage on pages 26 and 27. All of you go all the way through to pages 26 and 27. And we have here, okay, a kind of narrative which is a biography. And who could tell me what does it mean, a biography? In English, of course, not in Arabic. What is a biography? Yes, sir. Okay, it's a writing about a person's life. Okay, how many people do we have here? How many biographies do we have? 2 biographies. About whom? Pablo Picasso and Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway. Picasso written by Picasso himself and Ernest Hemingway? Somebody wrote about them, right? That's why we call it a biography. If Ernest Hemingway writes about his life by himself, what do we call it? Do we call it as well a biography? What do we call it? Excellent, Rabat. We call it autobiography. So a biography when you write about the life of someone. An autobiography when you write about the life of yourself, okay? Or when the writer writes about himself by himself. Okay, this is the difference between a biography and autobiography. Now we have, okay, we have 14 students. I want 7 people to sit here in a group, please, quickly. And I want the group to be in a circle, come together. I don't want to see faces. I want 7 people here. Quickly. Yalla, move it, quickly. So 7 there, okay. Only 7 here, so you have to move together, please. No. You just, okay, sit together. That's it. 7 people here, 7 people there. Move. What are you looking for? Yeah, shift your place. I don't want to see any gap. Is this a circle? No. I want you to come closer. Yes, please. Fine. Look at the 2 of them. What do you think of Pablo Picasso's job? What does he do? He's a painter. What about Ernest Hemingway? He is a writer. What do you think their nationality? Do you have any idea about Picasso? Before reading, do you have any idea about Picasso, his nationality? Italian, maybe? American, what about you? French? Spanish? Very good. He is Spanish. He is Spanish. What about Hemingway? Do you know his nationality? He is American. Yes, he is American. Okay, fine. Now Group A over here are going to read about Pablo Picasso. And Group B, you are responsible, okay, for page 27, you are going to read about Ernest Hemingway. I will give you 7 minutes, okay, to read. Okay, and while are you reading, I want you to pay attention to all the tenses that are in the past, whether it is simple past, or past progressive, or past perfect, or passive construction in the past. While reading, underline, okay, examples of all of these. Are you ready? I'll give you, okay, 7 minutes to finish the reading. So read silently and quickly. Start. حاجات أخيرة. Okay. Yeah, underline them, we will discuss them, and then if we don't discuss them, you just ask me about them. Sorry, you are late. Come on Tuesday from 9 to 11. On I'm sorry, you are late. You can come and attend my class on Tuesday in the same room from 9 to 11. Thirty seconds. Try to finish. Fine. Have you finished? All of you? Very good. Okay, let's do exercise 3 and page 26 together before we move into, discussing other questions within groups. The sentences below appear in the text. Try to guess which sentences go with which man. We will write P if it is for Picasso and H if it is for Hemingway. Bashayr, number 1, his first word was labash, Spanish for pencil, and he could go before he could talk. Picasso, yes. Okay, number 2. He had wanted to become a soldier but couldn't because he had poor eyesight. Hemingway. Number 3. His portraits of people were often made up of triangles and squares with their features in the wrong places. Yes, Ragad? Picasso. In the 1930s, he became a war correspondent in the Spanish Civil War and World War II. H. Hemingway. He was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature, but he was too ill to receive it in person. Again, Hemingway. And at the age of 90, he was honored by an exhibition in the Louvre in Paris. Picasso, very good. Okay, now let's move to page 27 and look at exercise 5. And all of you, the 2 groups, should discuss the questions from 1 till 8, because 1 till 8 asks about the both, the writer and, the artist. So I'll give you now 5 minutes to discuss it with each other, then you are going to give me the answer. Are you ready? Yeah, let's start. You have 5 minutes, discuss it with each other, and I want ideal answers, okay? Together, please discuss. I want to hear you discussing in English, the answers. Check your answers one by one. And, decide who's going to answer each question. We have 8 questions and you are 7 people, so each one of you is going to answer 1 question at least, okay? Yeah. Okay, Shayna, you are the leader, so you decide who's going to answer which, okay? And here. Your name is? Zainab, you will decide who's going to answer 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So, and you discuss the answers with each other. Yes, all of them, from 1 to 8. At least each one of you is going to answer 1 question. Okay, but you have to discuss the answers with each other in English. Yeah. Okay? You decide. You're done from number 1? Or even they choose, for example, she says, I'll answer number 1. Make sure that it is correct, then you move to 2, and that, and so on. Yeah, move it. You have only 4 minutes, okay? Don't speak in Arabic. Talk to each other in English. In English, ya Zainab. I don't want you to speak Arabic. I said in English, if I hear you speak in Arabic, yeah, continue. This is an incomplete answer. How did he encourage him? Just because he was an art teacher, ya Shayna? Okay. What did he give this child? I want a complete answer. Only a brush? What? What do we call them? What is the painting tools in the pencil? Palette. Palette. Yes. All the questions? What about question 8? Be careful. Question 8, the dates are very important. Some of them are related to Hemingway, so they are your responsibility. Most of them are related to Hemingway, so be careful. Twenty seconds. Okay, ladies, now time is over. Time is over. Let's move to group A. Ladies, Time is over. Let's listen Group B to listen to Group A. Zainab, do you hear me? Let's move, okay, to answering the questions, and let's begin with Group A. Now, where and when was Ernest Hemingway born? Yes? Shayna, each one has an answer, right? Okay. So he was born?
He was born in 25 of October.
I said where and when. Ladies, Group B, just listen to them, don't talk, okay? Yes?
He was born in Malaga.
In Malaga, Spain, yes?
On 25 October.
On the 25th of October,
1881.
1881. Yes, Group B. What about Picasso? Where and when was he born?
One.
Yeah.
He was born on 21 July.
21st. We don't say it with the 21. The 21st of July.
1899.
1899. Yes. In where? Where?
In Oak Park,
Oak Park,
Illinois.
Illinois, and the S is silent. Okay. Group A. When and how did Ernest Hemingway die? Yes?
He died of heart failure during an attack of
Influenza.
1973.
Yes, he died because of heart failure in 1973. What about Hemingway, Group B?
He
Died.
died on Sunday.
Okay, are you answering all the questions? What about the others?
This is question one.
Yeah, okay, fine.
He died on Sunday, 2nd July,
The 2nd of July,
1961.
1961. How?
He got himself.
Yes, he killed himself by a shotgun. Very good. He killed himself, okay, with a shotgun. Number 2. Did he have a happy life? Yes?
Yes, he had.
Yes, he had a happy life. How? Give me an example.
He married twice.
He married twice. So if you married twice, you are happy?
No, sir.
Is it a proof? If you got married twice, if you got married for the second time, it means that your first marriage was a big failure, right? Okay, does that bring happiness to you? She's answering. Yes, tell me. Ladies, Group B, listen to Group A, please. Yes.
He had 4 children.
He had 4 children. Okay, fine. What else do we know about his early life? Yes? Yes, Hiba.
And his father was encouraging him a lot.
His father encouraged him a lot. Shana, I didn't allow you to speak. Wait for your friend to finish. Yes?
And when he said that he didn't want to go to school, they allowed him. They want.
Shana, stop it. Group B, what are you doing? Are you listening to them? What did they say about Picasso? Yes, what you said is correct. Huh, Group B? Tell me, why did he have a very happy life, Picasso? Yes. Why? What did she say? What did Hiba say? So please, when I say listen, you listen. Okay? So yes, repeat Hiba. Because he had, okay, a successful marriage life, probably, maybe, okay, and he has kids. What else? His father encouraged him. What else? He was a spoiled child. Yeah, because he was the only child in his family. Okay, what about Ernest Hemingway? Do you think that he had a happy life? Why?
Because his family was strict and very good.
Yes, his family was strict. What is the meaning of strict? When I say Miss Haneen is very strict, anybody who's coming late will be kicked out. Serious or rough or tough? Tough, it's not rough. Okay, we say the C is rough. Okay? Yes, so tough. Okay, so his family was very tough. Do you think that he was happy? No, because his family, okay, was very strict. What else makes his life unhappy?
Success in his foreign America.
Yeah, he got married 4 times and all his marriages ended up with a big failure. What else makes his life unhappy?
He shot gun.
He killed himself with a shotgun. It's not a shotgun.
He killed himself with the shotgun.
What else makes his life miserable?
He had wanted to be a
So
soldier.
We talked about the 4 marriages.
He wanted to be.
Okay, he wanted to be a soldier. This is not that makes him unhappy. This is not a reason for being unhappy. If you do what you want, should make you happy, right? Right? What's your name? Farah. If you do what you want to do, this should bring you happiness, right? Okay, so he wanted to be a soldier in war. Okay, but he couldn't because he had what? What was his health problem? Why he wasn't accepted as a soldier in the war?
Because
He had what? What was his health problem?
he had poor
Eyesight, not eyelight. Okay, he had poor eyesight. He cannot see well. So this, okay, may add to his, misery, right? Okay, what else? He lost his memory at the end of his life. What else? What about his father? His father also committed suicide. So this is a miserable family to live with. Okay, his father killed himself and he killed himself as well. And the last reason, what did he suffer from? Okay, we said this. He was suffering from a psychological disease. What was this? Depression. Yes, he was suffering from depression. You know the meaning of depression, right? Okay, so he was suffering from depression. All of these, are indicators that his life wasn't happy at all. Okay, group A. What do you think, how did his parents play a part in his career for Picasso? I want somebody else. Somebody else. What about the others? Yeah, we said each question for each lady. Yes. Listen carefully, group B. Yes, group A.
He followed his father's steps.
He followed his father's step. Yes.
Because he was an art teacher.
His father was an art teacher. And how did he play a role in his life?
And his father was faithful to his work and
Was taken. Do we say was taken?
took him
Took him to his work. Okay.
and let him watch him paint.
Did he ask him to paint? Or when he left the room, Picasso completed the painting?
When he left the room, Picasso completed it.
Okay, so he didn't ask him to paint, but what instead did he give him? A palette and a brush. What is the meaning of a palette? Yes, it's just like, containers, small containers in around a circle shape, and they have colors, Yes. He gave them a palette and a brush. How did Ernest Hemingway's family play a role in his life? Yeah, tell me, group B. Whose turn, Zainab? Who's responsible for this question? His family.
His family was strict and very
Religious. Okay, but this one did not affect his way of life. What did his father taught him? What did his father teach him?
His father
Taught
his children a lot of
nature.
and the outdoor.
Very good. His father taught him love of nature and the outdoor life. What about his mother? Did she teach him anything?
No.
I'm asking her. Yeah?
His mother
Taught. Taught. Yes.
him a lot of music and art.
Yes, his mom taught him love of music and art. So this is the way she affected Hemingway. Okay, let's go back to Group A. Group A, what do you think were the most important events in his early life? Be careful, his early life. Yes, please?
He became genius.
He became.
He became a genius from a very young age, and he could draw before he could talk.
Yes, he could draw before he could talk. What was the first painting that he completed? At what age? How old was he? The lady. Yes? Your name is? Bashayr, continue, I'm asking you. Okay, at what time did he complete the first painting that his father started? Group B, listen. At the age of 13, yes. At the age of 13. Okay, yes, what about you, Group B? What was the most important events in his early life?
At school, he was good. He was good at English, and he wrote for the school newspaper.
Fine, but this is not an important event. What is much more important? When he became what?
He was as a journalist for a star newspaper.
Okay, when he became a journalist, okay, for the newspaper, this was an interesting event for him. And this was the beginning of his writing process, right? Right, ladies, or wrong?
Right.
Group B, I'm asking you. Is it correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Yes, correct. Please follow with me. Okay. Yes. Group A. Now tell me, when did he move to Paris and who did he meet there? Yes, please. Yes.
He moved to Paris in 1904.
In 1904. Okay.
And he met the American writer.
The American writer, what's his name? Gertrude Stein. Gertrude Stein. Okay, what about Hemingway, Group B?
He went to live in Paris where he was in Scotland in his work by the American writer.
What is the word?
Work by the American writer.
Okay, he met the American writer at what time?
What time?
Yeah.
In the 1913.
1913?
1913.
30? No. When did he meet Gertrude Stein?
In 1913.
13? No. 30? No. Forget all about 3. It's not 1 3, it's not 3 0. They said after World War I, right?
It was London in 1918.
Okay, and later on he met Gertrude Stein, so that means either 1919 or 1920. But it's not 1930.
But he writes there.
I'm not talking about his writing, I'm talking about when did he meet Gertrude Stein. Okay? Yeah? Okay, number 6, Group A. How did war play a part in Picasso's life? Yes? What about the others? Yeah? Yes, Hiba? Listen, Group B, listen.
He regarded the bombing of that small hospital in resistance to the war.
Okay, what did he call this? He painted what? What is the name of this painting that you can see on page 26? Veronica. It's called Veronica, and he was affected by the Spanish Civil War. Okay, what about Ernest Hemingway? Yeah? How did war affect his work? No, I'm asking about number 6. How did war play a part in Hemingway's life? Correspondent? No. I'm asking about his work. How did war affect his work?
He became an influence driver and was
No. His work. He is a writer. What was his production because of war? Yes, please tell me. What did he write?
He writes about war.
Okay, his most successful novels were about war. This is the way he was affected with and people are, okay, having half of their body is there in the picture and they are not matched because he wants to represent the bombing of Basque, okay, town. Yeah? And for Hemingway, the most successful novels that he wrote were affected by what? By war. What were the titles? Tell me. What is the name of his first novel? To Whom the Bell Tolls. What about the second one? A Farewell to Arms. What is the meaning of a farewell? What does it mean, a farewell? Yes, goodbye to what? Arms. What does it mean, arms? No. Arms, you are saying goodbye to your arms, so you're living with a crippled body? Yeah? Tell me. What does it mean, farewell to arms? Soldiers? No. It's not army. Arms mean weapons. Guns, okay? Weapons. What is the meaning of weapons? Yeah. So when I say farewell to arms, okay, he wants peace to be, okay, surrounding, okay, the whole area. Because in the passage he said, look at Hemingway in, okay, Hemingway and war. Do you see this? Do you see Hemingway and war on page 27?
Yes.
Okay, look at the last sentence. He said, another novel, A Farewell to Arms, is about the futility of war. What is the meaning of futility? What is his opinion about war? That the war was futile, it means it's useless. So the futility of war, the uselessness of war. There is no need for war. In his mind, this is what he believes in. That there is no need, okay, for war. Yeah? How many times did Picasso get married? Twice. Okay, what about Hemingway? 4 times. Okay. Which of these dates relate to your person and what do they refer to? Let's begin with Picasso. We have 3 important dates. 1891. 1891. His father got a job as a painting, okay, as an art teacher, fine. What about, okay, what do we have here? Yes. What about 1937? He painted Veronica, okay, and what about 1949? Yes, what was her name? Paloma. He has his last daughter, whose name was Paloma. Now the other dates are for Hemingway, right? Okay, 1917. What happened to Hemingway? Yes? He graduated from school, 1918. Yes, he was wounded. What is the meaning of wounded? Injured. Very good, yes. And in 1927, what happened? He divorced his wife or his wife divorced him? His first wife divorced him. 1928. What happened in 1928? Very good. His father committed suicide. 1940. 1937 for Picasso. Okay, 1940. Was written? What is it? Was written? Give me a complete sentence. He was written? He was written? Somebody wrote Hemingway? Well, he wrote. What did he write? He wrote what? What is For Whom the Bell Tolls? Yes, he wrote his novel For Whom the Bell Tolls. 1954. Survive. What does it mean, survive? Yes, he was alive, kept alive, yes. He survived what? 2 plane crashes. Okay? And in the same year, Zainab, in the same year, something else happened to him.
Same years, he was awarded
He was awarded
the Nobel Prize
prize
for
literature. The Nobel Prize for Literature. Yes, in 1954, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. Okay, let's follow, okay, with the reading. I want to pay your attention to some, okay, of the difficult words in the text. I want you to go to Pablo Picasso, paragraph 2. Do you see paragraph 2? Picasso showed his genius from a very young age. Okay, listen to this sentence, please.
He was the only son in the family, so he was thoroughly spoiled.
He was thoroughly spoiled. What is the meaning of thoroughly? He was thoroughly spoiled. Group A, you read about Picasso, so what do you think thoroughly means? Easily? No. So or what? What did we take last time? In unit 2. What was the adverb? That means too much, completely or what? Extremely, entirely. Okay? He was deeply. Okay, you can say spoiled. What is the meaning of spoiled? In English. Is it necessary if you are spoiled that you will have a bad behavior? Okay, to get what you want, but I want one word. Can you know the word? Okay, when you are young, when you are a baby, what does your mom, okay, let you wear? What does she put for you? Pampers, right? A diaper. It's in English diaper. Pampers is the trademark. And you have to know, why do they call it Pampers? You know why? Because pamper, it means to spoil. So he was pampered, yes. Is this the first time you know? Where do they bring? Okay, let's take another example. The detergent, okay, that your mom uses when washing clothes, or the maid uses. Okay, it's called vanish. Why is it called vanish? What is the meaning of vanish? Disappear. Okay, what is the one that is going to disappear? The spots, the stains, okay? Yeah? So that's why. So you have to know that when we choose a name, it has to have a meaning. So the diapers are called Pampers because it keeps the child relaxed and comfortable. So spoiled, it means pampered, okay? Fine. And let's look at the last sentence, yeah, in the same paragraph.
He hated school and often refused to go unless he was allowed to take one of his father's pet pigeons with him.
Pet pigeons. What is the meaning of pigeons? Yeah, a kind of bird, yes? Okay. Now, let's go to to the next paragraph and the last line in this paragraph. Let's move to... Yes, let's look at this sentence, the last sentence.
It was so beautiful and lifelike that he gave his son his palette and brushes and never painted again. Pablo was just 13.
Okay, so the most important event in Pablo's life was when he was 13 years old. His father started to paint and then he left the room. And when he returned, I wanted to concentrate on this sentence.
When he returned, Pablo had completed the picture.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful and lifelike that he gave his son his palette and brushes and never painted again.
Why do you think he never painted again, the father? Because his son continued, okay fine, so if my son continued the painting, that means I cannot paint anymore? He believed in him that he's what? He is talented and he is more genius than the father, right? That's why he left, when you have somebody who does something better than you, you leave it for him, right? Okay, if you and your mother cook, but you cook better than your mom, so your mom will depend on you, right? So your talent will improve, right? So that's why. Okay, now let's look again to the sentence. When he returned, Pablo had completed the picture, had completed. Which tense of a verb is this? Is this past participle? Had completed. I didn't ask about the form of the verb. I asked about the tense of the verb. Past what? Past perfect. Very good. When do we use the past perfect? Do we use it alone? Can I say I had visited London? Or I have visited London? I have visited London. Okay, why can't I use the past perfect? Why do we use the past perfect, basically? Very good, Ragad. We have two actions. Look at this sentence. When he returned, Pablo had completed the picture. So how many actions do we have? Two. The return and the completion of the picture. Which one happened first? The completion of the picture, okay, and the return of the father came after. So what does the rule say? If I have two actions in the past, the one that happens first should be in the past perfect, and the other one should be in the simple past. So when he returned, the father had completed, okay, the picture. I'll give you another example, okay. Supposedly that Farah was the one who came late, and I would say, okay, when Farah came to class, the teacher had already started, because she came at 1:30, right? That's why we kicked her out, right? Okay? Which happened first? My arrival or her arrival? My arrival, and that's why we said the teacher had already started the class. Can you give me another example? Can you give me another example in which we use the past perfect? Yes? Yes, please. Yes, Ragan. I had breakfast, okay, before I came here. Yes, I had breakfast before I came here. So one action happened before the other. Okay, fine. Let's continue. Now, look at his life as an artist. Do you see this? His life as an artist? At your book? Look at the third sentence.
He is probably best known for his cubist pictures.
For his cubist pictures. Look at the picture by Pablo Picasso. Can you see Veronica at the bottom of the page? What do you think of, okay, the human beings, the animals in the picture? Do they have regular faces?
No.
What are the faces like? Which shapes do they take? Squares or round? Is there any round face here? Triangles, yes, triangles, okay? Or squares, and this is the meaning of cubist. The cubist school in painting, and this is school that was, okay, created by Picasso. It means, okay, that you don't paint people in the regular shapes. Okay, you depend on using triangles and, okay, squares and so on and so forth, and cubist from cube. You know the meaning of cube, right? Okay, fine. Now, sculpture, what is the meaning of sculpture? Yeah, so look at the picture that we have up, okay? So, this is a piece of sculpture. Let's move now to Ernest Hemingway. Okay, we said, okay, that his family was strict. We mentioned this. Okay, let's look at Hemingway and war. Do you see this? Hemingway and war. Look at the first sentence.
Hemingway was fascinated by war.
Fascinated by war. What does that mean? Hemingway was fascinated. I say women are fascinated by shopping. Interested. They are thinking day and night of, okay, war. Hemingway was dying to participate in war, okay? And go down.
In the 1930s, he became a war correspondent in the Spanish Civil War.
A war correspondent. And what does a war correspondent mean? Correspondent? A journalist. A journalist. Yeah? Move to his personal life and concentrate on this sentence.
Hemingway's success in writing was not mirrored by similar success in his personal life.
Okay, so Hemingway's success in writing wasn't mirrored by similar success in his personal life. What does this sentence mean? It wasn't a reflection, so what does that mean? Was he successful in his personal life?
No.
So, what does the sentence mean? Can you restate it? You remember when we talked about the structure of an essay and that in the conclusion we restate the thesis statement? We rewrite it in a different wording. Can you rewrite this sentence now, okay, in your own words, but giving me the same meaning? I don't want you to use mirrored. I want you, okay, to express this sentence in your own writing. Yeah, try to rewrite this sentence. Try to rewrite it. I said bring your notebooks, right? Because we are writing in class today. I said write, I didn't say talk. There is always misunderstanding. I didn't say discuss. I said you try by yourself, each one of you. Because in the exam and in the class writing, you will write by yourself and everybody's writing, right? Now we're not doing group work. Yes, please, tell me.
Hemingway was not successful as a personal life
as his life career. Repeat the sentence, please.
Hemingway was not successful as his personal life as his life career.
As he was in his career. As he was, okay, in his career, instead of repeating the word successful. So you can say, Hemingway wasn't successful in his personal life as he was in his career. Okay, or somebody can give me another trial. Can you write it in another way? Can you write it in another way? Yes, tell me. What else can we say? Can we begin with although? I'm giving you a hint. I want you to rewrite this sentence beginning with although. Although the success, I want a complete sentence. Although what? Although the failure, we cannot say although the failure. I want a subject, verb, a complete sentence. Although what? No, we don't say he. Although Hemingway was successful in his career, he wasn't successful in his personal life. You cannot use but with although, because what is the meaning of although? But, and you cannot use them both in the sentence, right? So you say, although Hemingway was successful in his career, he wasn't successful in his personal life. Can we use another word, another transition word rather than although? In spite of, very good, in spite of his success, at his work, he wasn't successful in his personal life. What else? Despite, right? We can use despite, or in spite of, or although. Okay? Fine. Let's move, to other meanings. Yeah, we said committed suicide. What does it mean? Committed suicide? killed himself. Okay, fine. Let's move to the grammar. In the same page, please. Look at the grammar spot. And still we are with the passive. Let's do this quickly. Guernica was painted by Pablo Picasso. If I ask you to put it in the active, we will say Picasso painted Guernica. Let's look at the second one. A Farewell to Arms, and For Whom the Bell Tolls were written by Ernest Hemingway. So Ernest Hemingway wrote, okay, A Farewell to Arms. Why here I used were and here I used was? Was here, we're talking about Guernica, and it's what? Singular, very good. And here I'm talking about the two novels, and they are what? Plural. Okay, let's move to number 2. Complete the sentences with the auxiliaries was, were, or had. Pablo's father left the room. When he returned, Pablo had completed the picture. B, Picasso was given his father's palette and brushes. Both Hemingway and Picasso living in Paris, okay? Were living in Paris when they met Wilfred Stein, and both men were honored in their lifetime. Were honored in their lifetime. Okay, group A, I want from you now. So you know now about Hemingway and about Picasso as well. I want you to write, okay, one of you would write and the other would discuss 3 similarities between Picasso and Hemingway. And group B, you are going to write now 3 sentences which have differences between Hemingway and Picasso. Okay? You have 5 minutes to do this. Yeah, start. In English, not in Arabic. Write this down. I want to see written sentences, okay? Not orally, but written. Zainab, their nationalities. I don't want you to speak in Arabic. It's okay. In English, Oscar, what did you say? Okay, ladies, did you finish? Why no? Who said no? Group B? Yes, Group A. Give me the similarities. Yes? Yes, Shaima. Listen, please. Time is over, so listen, please. Yes? Both of them lived in Paris and met the famous American writer Gertrude Stein. Listen to them. Second, both of them had health problems, in their final years. Yeah, okay, what else? Both of them have been affected by war. What else? Can you give me more than 3? Very good. Both of them, got married more than once. What else?
Both of them was successful.
Where?
Successful
Career. Very good. Both of them were successful in their career. What about the love of art? Both of them, loved art. Right? We said, Hemingway's mother taught him the love of art. What about the differences, Group B? Picasso was a painter. But Hemingway was a writer, so each one of them has a different career. Okay.
Picasso was
Thoroughly. Say it. Yes.
Thoroughly point that he was only one son in the
Okay.
But
Hemingway.
Was his family was strict.
You cannot say Hemingway's family.
His
Hemingway's family was very strict. Okay, fine. Okay, so let's correct her because here you cannot talk about either. You talk about Hemingway or his family. So here we say Picasso was very spoiled while Hemingway was brought up in a very strict family. Okay, and the third difference?
Picasso died of
Heart failure. Where did you get the tea from? Where did you get the tea from? Heart failure.
During an attack of
Influenza in 1937 or 1973. Can we use other things rather than but? You keep saying but. Can we say whereas? Can we say whereas? Okay, whereas, Hemingway killed himself with a shotgun. Yes, okay, thank you very much. Okay, fine. Let's move quickly, to the tale of Glooscap, the one that we discussed at the very beginning. Listen to the story, you have it in your book, but I want you to listen to it and look at the style the writer is using when narrating the story, because now you are going to write, a story in class.
The Tale of Glooscap and the Baby.
Glooscap the warrior was very pleased with himself because he had fought and won so many battles. He boasted to a woman friend, "Nobody can beat me." "Really?" said the woman. "I know someone who can beat you. His name is Wasis." Glooscap had never heard of Wasis. He immediately wanted to meet him and fight him. So he was taken to the woman's village. The woman pointed to a baby who was sitting and sucking a piece of sugar on the floor of a teepee. "There," she said, "that is Wasis. He is little, but he is very strong." Glooscap laughed and went up to the baby. "I am Glooscap. Fight me!" he shouted. Little Wasis looked at him for a moment. Then he opened his mouth. "Wah! Wah!" he screamed. Glooscap had never heard such a terrible noise. He danced a war dance and sang some war songs. Wasis screamed louder. "Wah! Glooskap covered his ears and ran out of the teepee. After he had run a few miles, he stopped and listened. The baby was still screaming. Glooskap the Fearless was terrified. He ran on and was never seen again in the woman's village.
Okay, fine. So, okay, who's stronger? Wasis, okay, the fighter or the baby? The baby, yes, the baby is much stronger than this big man. Okay, this big man is what? Basically, is a warrior. What is the meaning of warrior? Huh? What is it? Life? A guide? A knight? No. A soldier? A warrior from war, a person who keeps fighting in wars, okay? Now this, okay, fighter, okay, he was very pleased with himself. Give me another thing, another word rather than pleased. He was proud of himself. He was very satisfied with himself because he has never, okay, lost a battle, okay? He boasted to a woman. What does it mean to boast? You boast, okay, that you have, okay, a Lamborghini car. Oh, I have a Lamborghini car. To show off. Very good. Yes, to show off. So boasted means, okay, he showed off. And he said, nobody can beat me. But could Wasis beat him? Yes, of course. By what? By screaming, okay? And what was about his screaming? It was described as terrible, right? And what happened to the warrior? He was what at the end? He was afraid or terrified? Terrified, yes. He was extremely afraid. He was terrified by the screaming and he ran away from the teepee. What is a teepee? Town? No. He ran out of the teepee and was never seen again in the village. Where is Wasis sitting? Inside the teepee. So what is a teepee? A tent, okay, but it takes like a triangle shape, okay? And we call it a teepee because the Native Americans or the Red Indians used to live in teepees, okay? So it has a special shape. Fine. Now, a tale usually teaches you a lesson or a moral, right? What is the moral of this story or this tale? What is the moral that you have learned in this story? Yes, who could tell me? However, I didn't hear you. Please speak up. No matter how strong you are, okay, there must be something that you are terrified of. Okay, another moral of the lesson. What did you learn from this story? What is the lesson that you learned from this story? When you look at the picture and you see this strong warrior and this young and small baby, can you imagine that the baby is going to beat this strong man? No, so what does that tell you? What does that teach you in life? Yes. Tell me, Hiba, you raise your hand.
Small things make
More effective? So, in another way, we are disillusioned by what? By appearances, right? So, what is the lesson? That appearances are always what? One word, give me one word, that they are always what? Appearances are always what? Tricky, yes. Why are you hesitant to say it? Yes, tricky. Appearances are always tricky. I mean, don't be, okay, disillusioned by appearances, okay, because they are always tricky. Okay, fine. Now, before we move into the writing, just, okay, pay attention to this. Our homework from the workbook is exercise 3 in page 19, and I want you to do about past simple or past continuous, and I want you to do, okay, exercise 6 on page 20. This is your homework for next time. Okay, so you have 2 homework now. writing an email, and, okay, the grammar exercise in the workbook. Now let's move to page 106 for the writing. Sorry, well, before we move into the writing, I forgot, okay, something which is the vocab of Ernest Hemingway. It's okay. Let's move, okay, to the 111, the vocab. Trunk. Yes. So let's move to page 25. Now, okay, let's look at these words which you have already in 5. Sketch, what is a sketch? Is it art or literature? Okay, what is the difference between a picture and a sketch? Is a sketch a complete picture? Is it a complete painting? No, it's just a preliminary painting, right? So it is art. What about novel? Ernest Hemingway wrote 2 novels, right, about war. So it is literature. Both of them, okay, were masterpieces, whether Veronica or To Whom the Bell Tolls. So what is the meaning of a masterpiece? Yeah, it goes with art and literature, but what is the meaning of a masterpiece? One of a kind, unique. Yes, very good, very important. Author? Yes, Hemingway is the author or the writer or the novelist, okay, who has written, okay, A Farewell to Arms. Chapter of a book? Literature. Exhibition? Both. For art we say it's a gallery, but for book we say a book exhibition. Let's see here. So it's art exhibition. We can use it for book as well. Okay, brush, art, a novelist, literature, painter, sculpture, poet. What is the meaning of poet? Yeah, no. Poetry is, okay, the verse. A poet is just like Ahmad Shawqi. Ahmad Shawqi is a poet, we say. Okay, art gallery, art palette, biography. How both? It's a piece of writing, so it's what? Literature, poem, literature, fairy tale, literature and picture, art and act. When I say act 1 in the play Hamlet, so it's literature. Yes, okay. I will leave exercise 2 for you. You can do it and check your answers through the official website of the university. Any question about any of the words, any of the meanings? Any questions so far, so good? Yeah, ladies? Okay, fine. Let's move to page 106 right now. 106, still we are talking about tales. Now, wherever I write, okay, a tale, or I tell a tale, or I write a story, or a biography, which tense of the verb do we use? Past. Why? Because we are talking about events that happened and took place, okay, long time ago, right? So let's look at page 106. We have the farmer and his sons. And some of the clauses have been removed from the tale, okay? I'll give you 3 minutes just, okay, to look at it on page 106 and try to fill in the gaps of the story. Yeah, read the story. You have 5 minutes, read the story, try to fill in the gaps, and tell me what is the moral of the story. Okay, did you finish? Yes, number 1 is what? Gap number 1 is what? Yes, tell me. The one who's next to Hiba. Yes, please. Number 1 is what? B. Very good. And number 2? Yes? A. Number 3? D. Number 4? F. 5? And 6? Now what is the moral of the lesson? Hard work brings the best results, or? Yes, or? Yes, best results or what? Hard work in 111 will bring you what? Money? Here it can bring wealth. Okay, but the example that I have given you, if you work hard in 111, what will this bring you? Success. So hard work brings success. It brings wealth. It brings rewards. Right? Okay, so this is the moral of the story. Now let's look at the other part. Okay, page 107. We have a different story here. And I want you to use these linking words, which you can see in the books. Can you see these? Those linking words? Okay. Now, let's read sentence by sentence. There was once an emperor who lived in a palace. He had 3 daughters, but no sons. He wanted his daughters to marry before he died. He found the 3 princes. Can we begin a sentence with "and"? No. However, his daughters didn't like them. They refused to marry the princes. So the emperor became very angry. He said they must get married when they were 16 years old. The 3 daughters ran away during the night and found work on a farm. They decided to marry the farmer's sons. While they were working there, they married the sons as soon as they were 16. Do you like this story?
Yes.
I didn't like it. Why? Why didn't you like it?
I like it.
Because they wouldn't choose the best people for them.
Okay, but this is, I'm not asking about the content. I'm asking about the story itself. Is this a good story to tell?
Yes.
Why? Why no? It's very boring. Why is it boring?
Like it's not relevant. This sentence talks about
They didn't have details.
Excellent, very good. It doesn't have details. It lacks details. As if I'm giving you, they are irrelevant, as Raghat said. They are not connected, well connected together. Each sentence is separate, right? Now let's look, okay, in order to make this story better, okay, we have started in exercise 3, okay, to connect the first 2 sentences in a very beautiful way. Look at this. There was once an old emperor who lived in an enormous golden palace in the middle of the city Pingshan. Look at all of these details that I added. They made it up into a story, right? So, which is better, to say there was once an emperor who lived in a palace, or to say there was once an old emperor who lived in an enormous golden palace in the middle of the city Pingshan? Of course, the second choice is much better because it will attract the reader. And this is what you do while writing. Always tell yourself, did I write something that makes Miss Haneen, okay, continue reading, attracted to my reading? You said it's going to be, this one is boring that we have just done in the exercise. I don't want you to write a boring piece of writing. Make it attractive, use details, okay, elaborate when you say something supported, okay, with details, and add as much as you can adjectives, okay, to describe it as if I'm seeing the picture, okay? Now look at the second sentence. Instead of saying he had 3 daughters but no sons, he said he had 3 beautiful daughters. So I said beautiful instead of daughters only. But unfortunately, no sons. Instead of but no sons, I said unfortunately, so this gives it more attraction. Can you continue the other sentences in a more attractive way? Can you? Yes? You have 17 minutes now, okay, to write, okay, a similar tale in a very attractive way. Write your name on a separate sheet of paper and write your section number. And I want you to write it now seriously, because if you don't write in class, you will never learn. And you learn from your mistakes, okay? I'll stop the recording and you will write now, okay? Fine? On a separate piece of paper, write your name, your section number. I will correct it for you and I will give it back to you, inshallah, by next Sunday. Yes, continue this story, the other sentences. I have, listen ladies, we have done the first 2 sentences, right? Now continue the other sentences in a story, in one paragraph. I don't want them to be separate, okay? So you can complement the 2 sentences. And write your section number, I will correct it and I'll bring it back with me, inshallah, next Sunday.